Hello students, welcome back to Disha online classes. So as you all know, in the previous class, that is in previous videos, we have completed the first exercise and also we have studied about arithmetic progression. So in today's class, we will begin with the problems based on arithmetic progression. Right? So let us begin with the first problem. See here. In an AP, that is in an arithmetic progression, if mth term is n and nth term is m, where m is not equal to n, find the pth term. Right? So let us solve this. Solution. First we will write the given terms. Right? So see here. We are given mth term of the arithmetic progression as n and the nth term of the arithmetic progression as m. Right? You know that nth term in the sense it is written as an. Right? Here we are given mth term. So mth term means what? It is written as am is equal to. Right? And you also know that the formula for the nth term, that is a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? In place of m we are writing m. Sorry, in place of n we are writing m here. So it becomes what? A plus m minus 1 into d. Right? So this is given as what? N. Let us take this as equation 1. Right? Next. We are also given the nth term of the arithmetic progression. Right? Nth term means what? An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This is given as what? M. So let us take this as equation number 2. Right? So we are given the mth term of the arithmetic progression as n and nth term of the arithmetic progression as m. Right? Where m is not equal to n. That is, these two are not equal to each other. Now, find the pth term. What we have to find here? We have to find the pth term of the arithmetic progression. Pth term in the sense what? We have to find the value of AP. Right? What is the nth term formula? A plus n minus 1 into d. In place of n, what we are writing here? We are taking it as p. Why? Because we need to find out the pth term. So this becomes what? A plus p minus 1 into d. Right? So in order to find the pth term of the arithmetic progression, we need the first term of the arithmetic progression as well as we need the common difference of the arithmetic progression. Right? So to find these, that is the first term as well as the common difference, we will use the equation 1 and 2. Right? See here. When I use these two equations and when I eliminate any one of these, that is either d or a, I will be getting one value. Right? And the obtained value, if I substitute in any one of the equations, I will be getting the another value. Right? That is, you have solved a system of linear equations like this. X plus y is equal to 1. 2x plus y is equal to 2. Right? So, in order to find the values of x and y, what you used to do? You used to equate the coefficient of any one of the term and eliminate that, and the other term value you used to get. Am I right? So, see here. Already the coefficient of y is same in both the equations. So what you will do? You will change the sign, cancel this. This will be minus x, this will be minus 1. So x is equal to 1. The obtained value of x you used to put in any one of these equations and you are obtaining what? The value of y. So in the same way, we will also solve these two equations. Right? So let us solve that. See here. Solving equation 1 and 2. So how to solve this? See here. Let us write the equation 1. A plus m minus 1 into d is equal to n. Let us take this as 3. Right? And let us take the second equation. What is that? A plus n minus 1 into d equal to n. A plus n minus 1 into d is equal to m. Right? Let us take this as 4. Now, the coefficient of a in 3 and 4 is same. Right? That is, the coefficient of a in equation number 3 is 1 and the coefficient of a in equation number 4 is also 1. So there is no need of doing anything. So directly change the sign. Right? The plus becomes minus, and here the plus becomes minus. So a minus a get cancelled here. Right? Write the remaining terms. What is remaining? M minus 1 into d. Here it is minus, and n minus 1 into d. This is equal to n minus m. Right? Now observe here, in these two terms, what is the common thing we have? See, the d is common. So take it outside. What will it be? M minus 1 minus, as it is, n minus 1 into d is equal to n minus m. Right? See here. D into m minus 1 is m minus 1 into d again. Minus into plus is minus, n minus 1 into d is n minus 1 into d. Right? So now, m minus 1 write as it is. Open this bracket. Minus into plus is minus, 1 into n is n. If there is no coefficient present, it will be 1. Minus into minus is plus, 1 into 1 is 1. Right? Into d. This is equal to n minus 1. Right? Now, minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled here. Right? Cancelled here. So the remaining thing is what? M minus n into d is equal to n minus n. Right? See here. Here also we have m and n. Here also we have n and m. Right? And in both the sides, that is LHS as well as RHS, we have the difference of m and n. Am I right? See here. 2 minus 3 is what? Minus 1. 3 minus 2 is what? 1. Right? See, we have difference of 3 and 2 in both the terms. But the only thing is, the answer will be same, but there will be difference in what? Sign. Right? So here also see that the difference of m and n will be same. We will obtain the same term. But these two are what? Opposite in sign. Right? So now what I will do for this is, I will multiply by minus 1 on both the sides. Right? So let us see what happens. I am multiplying minus 1 on both the sides. So minus 1 into m minus 1 and n into d is equal to minus 1 into n minus m. Right? So this will be what? Minus of m minus n into d is equal to minus into minus plus is minus, 1 into n is n. Minus into minus is plus, 1 into m is n. Right? So this can be written as minus of m minus n into d is equal to m minus n. Am I right? Right? Minus n plus m can be written as m minus n. Now, why did I multiply by minus 1 on both the sides here? See, I am just making it same term. That is, I am making it sign same. That is, here also we have got m minus n. Here also we have got m minus n. Now I can cancel these both. Right? Why? Because when I transfer this term to the RHS side, it will go to the denominator. So m minus n get cancelled. So this implies that, see, minus d is equal to, we are remaining with 1. So this can be written as what? D is equal to minus 1. So this is the common difference that you have got. Right? So this is the value of what? D. I hope you understood. Right. Now the obtained d value, you just put it in either of these equations, that is put it in 3 or 4. What you will get? You will get the value of a, right? So let us do that. See, put d is equal to -1 in equation 3. You can also substitute that in 4. So what the equation will be? 3 implies a plus m minus 1 into d value is -1. This is equal to m, right? So this implies that a plus into plus is plus, plus into minus is minus. M into 1 is m, right? Plus into minus is minus, minus into minus is plus. 1 into 1 is 1. This is equal to m. So this implies. See, we need the value of a. So transfer these two terms from LHS to the RHS. So you will get what? A is equal to n as it is, minus m if I transfer this side, it becomes plus m, plus 1 if I transfer this side, it becomes minus 1. So this is the value of a. Right? So you understood how to get the value of d as well as a. Now, you have the first term of the arithmetic progression and you have the common difference of the arithmetic progression. What you want to find? You are supposed to find the pth term of the arithmetic progression. So what is that? What will be your pth term? See here. Now, we need to find the pth term, that is AP. This is equal to a plus p minus 1 into d. Right? You know the value of a and d. Substitute them. Let us take this as 5 and let us take this as 6. Right? So let us substitute. AP is equal to, the value of a is what? N plus m minus 1 plus p minus 1 into minus 1. From where did you substitute that? From equation 5 and 6. Right? So AP is equal to n plus m minus 1 as it is, plus into plus is plus, plus into minus is minus, 1 into p is 2. Right? Plus into minus is minus, minus into minus is plus, 1 into 1 is 1. Right? So plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled here. So your pth term will be n plus m minus p. So this is the required pth term of the arithmetic progression. So at last what you will write? Therefore, the required pth term is n plus m minus p. Right? So I hope you understood how to solve the problem. Right? What we have done? We have written the given term, that is mth and nth term. Next, we have to find out the pth term. So to find pth term, we need the first term as well as the common difference. So using these two equations, what we have done? We have found the value of common difference as well as the first term. And we have substituted in this formula, we have obtained the pth term of the arithmetic progression. So I hope you understood this. Right? So let us move on to the next problem. Right. So the second question. Find the sum of odd integers from 1 to 2001. Right? So what we have to do here? We have to find out the sum of all the odd integers that starts from 1 and end at what? 2001. So we have to find out the sum. Right? So what is the formula to calculate the sum? We know that we use Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? We use this formula to calculate the sum of all n terms. Right? So here we are given some terms. What are those? They are odd integers from 1 to 2001. Right? the starting number is 1 and the ending number is 2001. So there are some definite number of terms for which we have to find out the sum. So we will use this formula to calculate the sum. So let us take this as equation 1. Right? So sum means what? See, sum of odd integers. So what are the odd integers from 1 to 2001? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so on to we have 2001. So we have all these terms so that we have to calculate the sum of these terms, right? That is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, so on to 2001. We have to add all these terms. So it is impossible for us to, that is, it is difficult for us to write all the number of terms and add and tell the sum. That is why we use this formula, so that it becomes easy for us. Right? Now, this is a series. Right? I have told you this expression is a series. Right? So now let us calculate the sum. Right? The series of odd integers from 1 to 2001 is given by. So how will we write that? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus so on plus 2001. Right? So to calculate the sum of all these terms, we require the value of n. That is, we have to find out how many number of terms are there in this arithmetic progression. Right? We need the value of a. That is, we should know the first term of the arithmetic progression. We already have here. Right? And we need to know the common difference of the arithmetic progression. How will it be calculated? A2 minus A1. Right? That is 3 minus 1 will be our common difference. Right? So, here the first term is what? 1. That is A is equal to 1. D is equal to what? A2 minus A1. That is 3 minus 1. So, this is equal to 2. Right? And also we are given here what? See, this is the last term of this given arithmetic progression. So we are given an, the value of an, right? Last term is also represented as what? L. You can write an or you can also write as what? L. But for the nth term, you are writing an. If an itself is the last term, then you can also write it as L, right? So, and also we have what? An is equal to 2001, right? So I hope you understood. This is the first term. A2 minus A1 will be our common difference, and we are also given the nth term of the arithmetic progression. Right? So what value we have to find now? We have to find the value of n. Right? To calculate the sum, we already have the value of A as well as D, but we should know the value of n. So how to calculate the value of n? The value of n is calculated by using the given nth term. Right? So how to calculate that? See, we know that an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? We know the nth term of the arithmetic progression. See, we have given the value of an. We have the first term of the arithmetic progression. We have the common difference of the arithmetic progression. So, there are 3 known terms and only 1 unknown term. So, can we substitute all these terms and calculate the value of n from this? Yes, we can do it. Right? So, let us substitute those and let us calculate the value of n. So, what is an? 2001 is equal to, what is the value of A? It is 1 plus n minus 1 into, what is the value of D? It is 2. Right? So this is 2001 is equal to 1 plus into plus is plus into plus is plus, n into 2 is 2n, plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus, 1 into 2 is 2. So this is 2001 is equal to 1 minus 2 is minus 1 plus 2n. Right? Now you need the value of n, so transfer this to this side. So it becomes what? 2001 plus 1, it becomes 2002. This is equal to 2n. It can also be written as what? 2n is equal to 2002. So n is equal to 2002 divided by 2. When I transfer this to this side, it will go to the new denominator. So 2 ones are 0, 0, 1. So the value of n will be what? 1001. Right? So I hope you understood this. So how many number of terms are there in arithmetic progression? 1001 number of terms are there in this given arithmetic progression. That is from 1 to 2001. So now we know the value of n, we know the value of a, and we know the value of d. So can I calculate the sum now? Right? Substitute all those and let us find out the sum. Right? So I will solve this set. See here, put the values of a, b and n in equation 1. That is, we have taken that as equation 1. So what we will get? S 1001 is equal to, that is Sn is equal to, n is 1001, n by 2, that is 1001 by 2 into 2a. What is the value of a? It is 1. Plus n minus 1. What is n? 1001 minus 1. Into d. What is the value of d? It is 2. Right? So this is equal to 1001 divided by 2 into 2 ones is 2 plus 1001 minus 1 is 1000. 1000 into 2 is 2000. Right? Now here 2 plus 2000 is what? 2002. So 1001 into 2002 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 1001. It get cancelled. So this is equal to what? Yes, 1001 is equal to, when you multiply these two, you will get 100, 2001. You can multiply and check. Right? So this is the sum of the odd integers from 1 to 2001. So this is your answer. Right? So I hope you understood the problem. Right? I think there is no doubt in this. Right? So first what we have done? By the given terms, that is the first term, common difference and an, we have calculated the number of terms in the arithmetic progression. We have substituted these three values in the formula of Sn and we have calculated the sum. Right? So I hope you understood this. Right. Let us go to the next problem. Right. So the next problems. See, these two problems will be for your home assignment. That is, find the sum of all natural numbers lying between 100 and 1000 which are multiples of 5. Right? So see here, we have to find out the sum of the natural numbers which lies between 100 and 1000. Right? We have to consider the natural numbers which are between 100 and 1000 but not 100 and 1000. Right? So in the previous question what we have done? We have solved the sum of odd integers from 1 to 2000. So they are 2001. So the number is starting from 1 and ending at 2001. But here they are asking us to consider the natural numbers which lies between 100 and 1000. Right? So 100 and 1000 are not considered. In between 100 and 1000, what are the natural numbers? They are considered. Right? And those natural number must be what? Multiples of 5. We have to consider such natural numbers which are multiples of 5. Multiples of 5 is nothing but what? The number ends with 5 or 10. Sorry, 0. Right? The number ends with 5 and 0. So what are those numbers? See here. 105, right? 110, 115, so on to. In between 1000, 100 and 1000. So the last term will be 995. Right? So these are the terms that you have to consider. First term is there. Common difference can be calculated. Calculate the number of terms and find out the sum. Just follow the procedure that we have followed in the previous question. Right? Next. See the next one. The income of a person is rupees 3 lakhs in the first year. Right? And he receives an increase of 10,000 into his income per year for the next 19 years. Right? Find the total amount he received in 20 years. So here also we have to calculate some. See what is given here. We are given the first term. That is, in the first year his income will be what? 3 lakh rupees. Right? And every year for almost 19 years, that is for next 19 years, every year there will be increase of how much? 10,000 rupees. So this becomes the common difference. Right? This is the constant number that we are adding to every term. Right? For the next 19 years. Total number of time is what? 20 years. So we have to find out how much amount he will be having in 20 years. That is S20 we have to find. Using the formula Sn, where n is equal to 20. A, that is first term, is equal to 3 lakh. Common difference is equal to 10,000. So I hope you will solve this. Right? So let us solve the next one. Fifth problem. In an arithmetic progression, the first term is 2. So we are given the first term of the arithmetic progression, that is equal to 2. And the sum of the first 5 terms is, listen very carefully to this, the sum of the first 5 terms is 1/4 of the next 5 terms. Right? The sum of the first 5 terms is 1/4 of the next 5 terms. So what do you mean by this? Right? See here. Let us consider that the sum of first 5 terms of the arithmetic progression is 15. Right? So this is equal to, this must be equal to 1/4 of the next 5 terms. See, first 5 terms means A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Right? So the sum of all the 5 terms I have considered as 15. I am just explaining you the meaning of this. Right? This is equal to 1/4 of the next 5 terms. Next 5 terms in the sense 6th term, 7th term, 8th term, 9th term, 10th term. Right? So let us assume that when you add the next 5 terms, your sum will be 60. Let us just assume that. Right? The given condition is, when you make 4 parts of this, 1/4 in the sense what? You are making 4 parts there. Right? So 1/4 into 60. So this is the condition that they have given. That is, sum of first 5 terms must be equal to 1/4 of the next 5 terms. That is, when you add the 6th term, 7th term, 8th term, 9th term, 10th term, that is next 5 terms, you will get a sum. Right? When you divide it by 4, your answer must be equal to sum of the first 5 terms. This is the condition. See here. Sum of the next 5 terms I have considered it as 60. So when I divide it by 4, what I am getting? I will get 15. So 15 is what? Sum of the first 5 terms. This is the condition given. Right? Next. Show that 20th term is minus 112. 20th term in the sense what? A20. So we have to show that A20 is equal to minus 112. We have to show this answer. That is, the given answer is correct, that we have to show. Right? So how to prove that? See here. Solution. Right? Let us consider the arithmetic progression. Let the arithmetic progression be. Right? I will consider the standard form a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, so on. Right? So here a is what? The first term. So here a is equal to what? First term. So the first term of the arithmetic progression is given. What is that? It is equal to 2. And d here is what? Common difference. Common difference. Right? We don't know the value of the common difference. Right? So we have to prove that A20 is equal to minus 112. So A20 is equal to minus 112 in the sense, you will use the formula AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Right? So when you put N is equal to 20, you will get the 20th term here. Right? You know the value of A. You know the value of N. In order to prove that A20 is minus 112, we need the value of common difference. But we don't know that. Right? So using the given condition, we will calculate the value of the common difference. So how to calculate using the given condition? See here. Right. So what is given? Sum of first 5 terms. Right? I have considered the arithmetic progression here. So what are the first 5 terms? A is the first term. A plus D is the second term. A plus 2D is the third term. A plus 3D is the fourth term. A plus 4D will be the fifth term. So sum of first 5 terms. How will you write? A plus D plus A plus 2D plus A plus 3D plus A plus 4D. So these are the first 5 terms. Sum of first 5 terms equal to, see, you just write it continuously. I don't have space there. That is why I am writing here. Equal to 1/4 of, right? When you add the next 5 terms and divide it by 4, it must be equal to the sum of first 5 terms, right? 1/4 of next 5 terms. What are the next 5 terms? A plus 5D, right? That is 6th term, plus A plus 6D, 7th term, A plus 7D, 8th term, A plus 8D, 9th term, A plus 9D is the 10th term. That is, next 5 terms are these. So this is the condition given, right? So now see here. We know the value of A, right? That is, we are given the first term equal to 2. The only unknown thing here is the common difference. So by substituting the value of A, can I easily calculate the value of D from this? Yes, right? So let us do that. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many A's are there? There are 5 A's. All are like terms. So add them. This will be 5A. Right? D, 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 D. All are like terms. So D plus 2D is 3D. 3D plus 3D is 6D. 6D plus 4D is 10D. Equal to 1/4 into, again see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5a plus 5d plus 6d is 11d. 11d plus 7d is 18d. 18d plus 8d is 26d plus 9d is 35. Right? Let us transfer this 4 from RHS to LHS. It will come to the numerator. So 4 into 5a plus 10d is equal to 5a plus 35d. Right? So open the bracket now. 4 into 5 is 20. That is a. 4 into 10 is 40d is equal to 5a plus 35d. Right? You need the value of d, so make it one side and make the a terms another side. So 40d, when I transfer this to the LHS, it will become minus 35d. 5a as it is, when I transfer this to the RHS, it becomes minus 20a. Right? What is 40d minus 35d? It is 5d is equal to 5a minus 20a is minus 15a. See here, we have different signs. So when you have different signs, you will subtract the numbers. So 20 minus 5 is 15 and put the greater numbers. Right? You know the value of a. What is that? It is equal to 2. So substitute that. This will be equal to minus 15 into 2. Right? So d will be equal to minus 15 into 2 divided by 5. Right? When this go to the RHS side, it will come to the denominator. So 5 ones are 5 3s is 15. So this is equal to minus 6. So therefore your common difference is what? Minus 6. Right? So I hope you understood this. How to calculate the common difference using the given condition. Right? So now we know the value of the a, we know the common difference, and we also have the n value. So let us show that the 20th term is minus 112. Right? See here. So let us consider the nth term formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? So here the value of n is 20, the value of a is 2, and the value of common difference is minus 6. Let us substitute them. So a20 is equal to the value of a is 2 plus n value is 20 minus 1 into minus 6. So a20 is equal to 2 plus 19 into minus 6. Right? So this is equal to 2 plus into minus is minus, 19 6 is 114. Right? See here, 9 6 is 54, 4 5 will be carried here, 6 1s are 6 plus 5 is 11. Right? So therefore a20 is equal to, signs are different, so we will subtract. What is 114 minus 2? It is 112, and put the greater numbers. Right? So we have proved that the 20th term of the given arithmetic progression is what? Minus 112. So this is how you solve this problem. So I hope you understood this. Right? So what we have done, we have considered the arithmetic progression. Right? We are given the first term. So we have to show that a20 is minus 112. So in order to show that, we need the value of common difference. So using the given condition, we have calculated the common difference, and we have substituted all the values in an, and we have proved that a20 is equal to minus 112. Right? So this is clear? Right. Let us move on to the next one. Right. So the next one. How many terms of the arithmetic progression minus 6, minus 11 by 2, minus 5, so on, are needed to give the sum minus 25? Right? So let us solve this solution. See here. we are given the arithmetic progression, right? And we are also given the sum of the arithmetic progression. What is sum of this arithmetic progression? That is minus 25, right? And we are also given the arithmetic progression. What we are asked to find? How many terms of the arithmetic progression are needed to give the sum minus 25? How many terms in the sense what? How many number of terms? Number of terms is represented by what? N. So here we have to find out the value of n, right? The meaning of the question is what? How many number of terms are there in this arithmetic progression, so that when you add all the terms of the arithmetic progression, your answer must be minus 25, right? So we are given arithmetic progression, we are given sum. The only thing we need to know here is how many terms are there in this given arithmetic progression, so that your sum will be minus 25, right? Number of terms in the sense what? It is n. So we have to calculate the value of n here, right? So how to do that? See, first let us write the given. What is given? The arithmetic progression is, what is that? Minus 6, minus 11 by 2, minus 5, so on, right? So we are given this arithmetic progression. Next, and also we are given one thing, that is sum of all the terms of the arithmetic progression. So we don't know the value of n. That is the thing we have to find out here, right? So in general it is represented by Sn. So Sn is given as what? Minus 25. So we have to find the value of n, so that when you add all those terms, your sum must be minus 25. So how many number of terms are there? So see here how to calculate that. See, from this arithmetic progression, the first term is minus 6. The common difference is what? A2 minus A1, that is minus 11 by 2, minus of minus 6. So D is equal to minus 11 by 2 plus 6, that is minus into minus, so by 1. So D is equal to LCM will be 2, 1 2s are, 2 1s are, so minus 11 plus 12, so this is equal to 1 by 2. So this is your common difference, right? That is A2 minus A1. And so we are also given that Sn is equal to what? Minus 25. So let us find out the value of n, right? So how to calculate that? We know that Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Why am I using this formula? Because we are given Sn, we have the value of a and d, so it will be easy for us to calculate the n, right? So let us substitute all those values and let us calculate the value of n. What is Sn here? Minus 25. We need the value of n. 2 into, what is the value of a? Minus 6 plus n minus 1 as it is. What is the value of d? 1 by 2. So minus 25. See, this is product of two terms. So let us transfer this to the LHS. So it will come to the numerator equal to n into 2 into, sorry, plus into minus is minus, 2 into 6 is 12, right? Plus into plus is plus, plus into plus is plus, n into 1 by 2 is n by 2. Am I right? Plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus, 1 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. Right? So minus 25 2 is 50 is equal to n into, now let us add all the terms. The LCM is 2, right? So 1 2s are, 2 1s are, 2 1s are. 12 2s is 24, so this is minus 24 plus n minus 1. right? So minus 50 is equal to n into, see these two are numbers, they are like terms, so add them. Minus 24 minus 1 is minus 25, that is signs are same, add and put the same sign. Plus n as it is divided by 2. Right now, again this is product of two terms. So can I transfer this 2 to the LHS? So it will come to the numerator. So it becomes what? 50 into 2. So that will be 100 is equal to, right? So n into minus 25 plus n. Right? So now let us solve this again. I hope you have written this. See, minus 100 is equal to, open the bracket, plus into minus is minus, n into 25 is 25n, so minus 25n. Right? Plus into plus is plus, n into n is n square. Right? Now let us transfer this term to the RHS. So what we will get? N square minus 25n plus 100 is equal to 0. I can also write like this. Right? Now, this is a quadratic equation. So how did you solve a quadratic equation? You have solved it by using formula, that is minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a, or you have solved it by factorization method. Right? So let us solve with the factorization method. 100 into n square. 100 into n square. Right? So see here. We have to take two terms such that when you multiply those two terms, your answer must be 100n square, and when you add or subtract, your answer must be minus 25n. Right? So what are those two numbers? Can I take 20n and 5n? Right? See here. 20 into 5 is 100, n into n is n square. And when you add these two terms, you will get 25. But here we have a minus 25. So for that, what we have to do? We will put a minus for these both. Minus into minus is plus. 20 into 5 is 100. N into n is n square. Minus minus. Signs are same. Add them. 25. Put the same sign. Right? So how will you split this term? N square minus 20n minus 5n plus 100 is equal to 0. So in both the terms n is common. So n into n minus 20. Right? So here minus 5 is common. So this becomes n minus 20 equal to 0. So in this both terms again n minus 20 is common. So take it outside. So you will get n minus 5, n minus 20 is equal to 0. So now we equate n minus 5 is equal to 0 or n minus 20 is equal to 0. Right? So n is equal to 5 or it will be 20. So this is the value of n that we wanted. Right? What are those? 5 or 20. Right? So I hope you understood this. So what we have done here, we were given a AP. Right? What we wanted to find? We wanted to find how many number of terms are there in a AP, so that when you add all those, your sum must be minus 25. So we have used the SN formula. Right? We are given SN. From the AP we have got first term as well as common difference. We have substituted. Simple mathematical calculation. We have got the value of n. N is equal to what? 5 or 20. Right? So this is the solution for this. I hope you understood. Let us solve few more problems. Right? Alright. So the next one. In an arithmetic progression, if pth term is 1 by q, right? In an arithmetic progression, if pth term is 1 by q, so we are given the pth term of the arithmetic progression. So pth term is nothing but what? given pth term is nothing but what? AP, right? Nth term formula is what? A plus n minus 1 into d. So in the place of n we have p. So this will be A plus p minus 1 into d. So this is given as 1 by q. Let us take this as 1. Right? Next. And qth term is 1 by p. We are given the qth term. So aq is equal to A plus q minus 1 into d is equal to 1 divided by p. Right? Let us take this as equation 2. So here we are given pth term and the qth term of the arithmetic progression. What we have to do? Prove that the sum of first pq terms, right? Sum of first n terms is given by what? Sn. Here in place of n, what do we have? We have p into q. Sum of first pq terms. So in place of n, we will get pq. Right? So we have to prove that sum of first pq terms is 1 by 2 into pq plus 1. I have to show that spq is equal to 1 by 2 into pq plus 1. Right? So how to prove that? See, in order to prove this, I have to use the formula of Sn. Right? In place of n, we have pq. Right? That is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula we are going to use. Now see here. You know the value of n. What is that? Pq. So to find spq, we want the first term of the arithmetic progression as well as the common difference. So how to solve this? We will find the value of a and d by using these two equations. Right? You already have solved this kind of a problem, that is the first problem. The only difference there was, see, you were given, I think, mth term and nth term. You were asked to find out the pth term. So to find the pth term, you wanted the value of a and d. So you have used mth and nth term and calculated. Here the difference is, they are asking you to find the sum of first pq terms. Right? They have given you pth and qth term and asking you to find out sum of first pq terms. So we need the value of a and d. So let us find out by using these two equations. Right? So see. Solving equation 1 and 2, we get. So let's see what do we get. Right? So let us consider this. See, first equation is a plus p minus 1 into d is equal to 1 by q. Right? Let us consider this as 3. Next, 2 implies that a plus q minus 1 into d is equal to 1 by p. Let us take this as 4. Right? Now, so we need the value of a and d. Right? See here, the coefficient of a in 3 and 4 is same. That is, coefficient of a in 3 is 1, in 4 it is also 1. Right? So there is no need of changing anything. So let us eliminate a. We will get the value of d. The obtained d value, we will substitute in any one of these equations. We will get the value of a. Right? So plus becomes minus, and plus becomes minus. So a minus a get cancelled here. Write the remaining terms. P minus 1 into d minus q minus 1 into d is equal to 1 by q minus 1 by p. Right? D is common in both the terms. Take it outside. P minus 1 minus q minus 1 into d is equal to 1 by q minus 1 by p. Right? So this will be what? P minus 1. Minus into plus is minus, 1 into q is q. Minus into minus is plus, 1 into 1 is 1 into d. See here, LCM will be p into q. Right? So here we are remainder with p. Here we will be needing q. Right? So 1 into p is p, 1 into q is q. I can also write that equation as like this. Right? See here, minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. So the remaining thing is what? P minus q into d is equal to P minus q divided by PQ. Now, in the LHS side also we have P minus q. In the RHS side also we have P minus q. So when I transfer this from LHS to RHS, this goes to the denominator. So P minus q get cancelled. So the value of d will be 1 divided by PQ. So you have got the value of common difference. So the obtained value, let us substitute in any one of these equations and let us obtain the value of A. Right? So see how will we obtain that. Put D is equal to 1 by PQ in equation 3. You can also substitute that in equation number 4 also, right? So equation 3 implies, what is the equation number 3? A plus P minus 1 into 1 by PQ, that is the value of D, is equal to 1 by Q, right? So see, this implies A, right? See here, plus into plus is plus, plus into plus is plus, P into 1 by PQ, so P by PQ. Right? Plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus. PQ, P minus 1 by PQ is equal to 1 by Q. Right? So see here. This implies P get cancelled here. Right? So transfer that side. A is equal to 1 by Q. See, you need the value of A, right? So let us transfer all these terms to the RHS. A is equal to 1 by Q as it is. See, when P and P get cancelled, I am remained with 1 by Q here. So when I transfer this, this will be minus 1 by Q, right? When I transfer minus 1 by PQ, it becomes plus 1 by PQ. So plus minus get cancelled here. So this implies that A is equal to 1 divided by PQ. So this is the value of A, the first term of the arithmetic progression. So the first term as well as the common difference both are same, right? So we know the value of A, we know the value of D. So what we have to do? We have to show that sum of the PQ terms is 1 by 2 into PQ plus 1. So we also know the value of N. So let us prove that value, right? So see how will we prove. I hope you have written this problem, right? So see here. We know that, or let us consider Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d, right? So here the value of n is pq, right? The value of a that we have obtained is 1 by pq and the value of b that we have obtained is 1 by pq, right? So let us substitute them. Yes, pq is equal to PQ by 2 into 1 by PQ, that is the value of A, plus n minus 1 into the value of D is 1 by PQ, right? So yes, PQ is equal to PQ divided by 2 into, see, 2 into 1 by PQ is 2 by PQ, plus into my plus is plus into plus is plus, plus into plus is plus. So n into PQ, it will be n divided by PQ. Right? Sorry, in place of n we have PQ, right? So let us substitute this PQ. So here also we will get PQ. Right? Plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus. 1 divided by PQ. Right? So here PQ get cancelled. Right? So yes, PQ is equal to PQ by 2 into. These two are like terms. Right? So denominator is same. So just subtract the numerator, that is 2 minus 1 is 1. So you will get what? 1 divided by PQ. Right? Plus PQ got cancelled, so we are remained with what? 1. Right? So now what you do? Only multiply the numerator inside the bracket and just keep the denominator outside the bracket. So what will it be? SPQ is equal to, we are remained with 1 by 2 outside, so into PQ by PQ, that is 1 into PQ is PQ plus 1 into PQ is PQ. So here PQ get cancelled, right? So therefore SPQ is equal to 1 by 2 outside, right, into, here we are remained with 1, here we have PQ. So 1 plus PQ can also be written as what? PQ plus 1. So this is the sum that we wanted to prove. Right? Sum of first PQ terms is 1 by 2 into PQ plus 1. Right? So this is the solution for the given problem. So what we have done? We have used the given terms, that is what, two terms that we were given, pth and qth term, and we have found the values of A as well as D, and we have substituted in this formula, and we have proved that sum of first PQ terms is 1 by 2 into PQ plus 1. Right? So I hope you understood this. Right? So let us solve 2 more problems and we will end this session. Right. So the next one. If the sum of a certain number of terms of the AP 25, 22, 19, so on is 116, find the last term. Right? So first thing is, what we are asked to find out here? We are asked to find out the last term. That is, you can write it as L also. Right? If the nth term is the last term, we represent it by L. Right? You can take also EN. So we are asked to find this. Right? And what we are given here? We are given the arithmetic progression. Right? 25, 22, 19. So on. Sum of all the terms of this arithmetic progression is 116. Right? And the sum of a certain number of terms. See, we are not given particularly that how many number of terms are there in this arithmetic progression. Right? There are some terms. When you add all those terms, the sum will be what? 116. What we have to find? We have to find the last term, that is A and C. How will you find A plus N minus 1 into D? Right? So here, to calculate this last term, you need the value of A. That will be obtained from the given AP. You need the value of common difference. That will also be obtained from the given arithmetic progression. You also need the value of N. Why? Because to calculate the last term, you need to know that how many number of terms are there in this arithmetic progression. So how to calculate the value of N? See, we are given a sum of all the terms of the arithmetic progression, that is Sn is equal to 116. Right? What is the formula for Sn? N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Right? So see here, we have the value of Sn, We have the value of A, we have the value of D. The only unknown thing remained is what? N. So by substituting all these three values in this formula, can I calculate the value of N? Right? So from the given sum, let us calculate the value of N, and the obtained value of N and the value of A and D, we will substitute in this and we will obtain the last term of the arithmetic progression. Right? So let us solve this. See, first let us write the given terms. So what is given? The arithmetic progression is given. The AP is 25, 22, 19 and so on. Right? So here the first term is what? 25. The common difference will be A2 minus A1. So this will be minus 3. Right? And we are also given that Sn is equal to 116. Right? So what we have to find? We have to find the last term. So to that we need the value of N. Right? Let us solve that first. So we know that Sn is equal to N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Right? So what is the value of Sn? We have 116. We need to find the value of N. 2 into, what is the value of A? 25. So we need the value of N. What is the value of D? We have minus 3. Right? So 116 is equal to N by 2 into 25 2s is 50. Right? Plus into plus is plus, plus into minus is minus. N into 3 is 3N. Plus into minus is minus, minus into minus is plus, 1 into 3 is 3. Right? So now transfer this 2 to the LHS. It will be 116 into 2 is equal to N into 50 plus 3 is 53 minus 3N. Right? When you multiply 116 to 2, the value you get is 232. See here, 6 2s is 12, 1 carry, 2 1s are 2 plus 1 is 3 and 2 1s are 2. Right? Is equal to, open the bracket, N into 53 is 53N, plus into minus is minus, N into 3N is 3N square. Now let us transfer these two terms to the LHS. What you will get? 3N square minus 53N, that is minus 3N square becomes plus 3N square, plus 53N becomes minus 53N, plus 232 as it is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation. So we know to solve the quadratic equation and let us obtain the value of N. So how will we obtain that? See, 3N square. See, 23 into 3N square. So this will be what? 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6. So it will be 696 N square. So you have to take two terms such that when you multiply you have to get 696 N square and add or subtract you have to get minus 53N. So let us take 24N and 29N. When you multiply you will get this term and when you add this you will get minus 53N. So how will we split that? 3N square minus 24N minus 29N plus 232 is equal to 0. Right? See, 24 comes in the table of 3. So 3 is common for both the terms. So take 3 outside. Here N is also common. Take N outside. So remaining is N minus 8. So write N minus 8 as it is. So here minus 29 will be common. So this is equal to 0. So in both the terms N minus 8 is common. Here 3N minus 29 equal to 0. Right? So now N minus 8 is equal to 0 or 3N minus 29 is equal to 0. So the value of n will be 8 here, or n value will be, see, 3n is equal to, when I transfer this to RHS, you will get plus 29, and when I transfer again this, it will come to the denominator. So n value will be 29 divided by 3, right? So see here, the number of terms of the arithmetic progression is always a natural number. That is, I have told you the value of n will be a natural number. Is this a natural number? So this is not possible. This cannot be taken as a value of n. Right? Why is it not possible? Because the value of n must be a natural number. Right? You will not tell that 29 by third term. So you will count the number of terms in the form of what? Natural number. So this is not possible. So your value of n will be what? 8. Therefore the value of n will be what? That will be equal to 8. Right? So you know the value of n now. So you have the value of a as well as d. So let us substitute that. Right? And what we have to find out? The last term. So how to find that? I hope you have written. Right? So see here how to solve this. See, we know that an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? So here the value of n is 8 that we have obtained now. The value of a is 25 and the value of d is what? Minus 3. Let us substitute that. A8 is equal to 25 plus 8 minus 1 into minus 3. Right? So A8 is equal to 25. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 3 is 21. Plus into minus is minus 21. Right? So your answer will be what? A8 is equal to 4. Right? So this is the required last term of the given arithmetic progression. So I hope you understood this problem. Right? Right. Right. So the last question for the session. Find the sum of n terms. Right? What we have to find? We have to find the sum of n terms, that is Sn. Right? The formula is given by n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? See, find the sum of n terms of the AP whose kth term is 5k plus 1. Right? For the given arithmetic progression, we are also given the kth term, that is ak is equal to, we are given 5k plus 1. What we have to find? We have to find out the sum of n terms. So the value of n is n itself, because there are how many number of terms in an AP? There are n number of terms. So in order to find the value of Sn, see the value of n is n. We need the first term of the arithmetic progression and as well as the common difference of the arithmetic progression. So how to find out the first term and the common difference? By the given kth term. Right? Usually we write a common difference as a2 minus k1. See here. It is the kth term of the arithmetic progression. If I put k is equal to 1, I will get the first term, a1. If I put k is equal to 2, I will get the second term, a2. So I have first and second term. So if I go for a2 minus a1, I will get the common difference. And also I will be having first term to substitute in this formula and calculate Sn. Right? So let us do this. First let us write the given. What are we given? Kth term. Ak is equal to 5k plus 1. Right? So what do we do here is put n is equal to 1. Right? when I put n is equal to 1, what do I get? I get a1 is equal to 5 into 1 plus 1. 5 into 1 is 1, 5 plus 1 is 6. Right? Next, put n is equal to 2. So a2 is equal to 5 into 2 plus 1 is equal to 5 into 2 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. So I have the first and second term. So the common difference d will be a2 minus a1. So this is 11 minus 6 equal to 5. Right? So see here, I have the value of the first term. I have the value of the common difference. I also know the value of n. What is the value of n? N itself. Because there are n number of terms. Right? So we have to find out the sum of n terms. So we know that Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? So we have to calculate Sn. The value of n is n itself. N by 2 into 2 into. What is the value of a? That is first term, 6 plus n is n itself. What is the value of d? 5. So Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2 into 6 is 12, plus into plus is plus, plus into plus is plus, n into 5 is 5n, plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus, 1 into 5 is 5. So Sn is equal to n by 2, 5n, 12 minus 5 is 7. So this is the sum of n terms of the given arithmetic progression, where its kth term is 5k plus 1. What we have done? We have written the given. We have substituted, k is equal to 1 and k is equal to 2 here. So we have obtained with the first and second term. The common difference is a2 minus a1 equal to 5, and we have substituted in this formula. We have got the sum of n terms of the AP. Right? So I hope you understood these 9 problems. There are 2 home assignment problems. You try them. So in the next class, we will continue with the remaining problems on arithmetic progression. Right? Thank you.